There are games that welcome you, there are games that guide you, and then there is Gothic 1, a game that greets you with a punch in the face. Welcome to the colony. This is Piranha Bytes' magnum opus from 2001, the first open world RPG that really asked, what if we made a game where everyone is miserable, the combat requires a physics degree, and the only quest marker is the friends we made along the way. It's grim, it's janky, it is German, and somehow it's still one of the most immersive RPGs ever created. Here, every mistake is permanent, every victory is earned, and your first 10 hours are spent learning how to walk in a straight line without dying. This isn't just a game, it's a social experiment trapped inside a prison simulation.
I'm feeling romantical.
Let's begin. Long ago, the kingdom of Myrtana fought an endless war against the orcs. The king, Robert II, needed magic ore to make enchanted weapons. So he built a massive concentration camp in the Valley of Mines, and to stop the prisoners from escaping, he had 12 mages create a magic barrier over the area. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. The barrier expanded beyond its limit, trapping not just the prisoners, but also the guards, the mages, and everyone unlucky enough to be standing nearby. The prisoners immediately revolted, killed most of the guards, and took over the mines. Now they control the ore, and the king in his infinite wisdom has to negotiate with his own prisoners for resources. It's the perfect setup for a society that runs entirely on violence, weed, and questionable leadership. Inside the barrier, civilization split into 3 beautifully dysfunctional factions. Old Camp, the corporate mafia, the biggest and most organized group, run by Gomez. He controls the ore trade and keeps the king happy. Their rule is simple: if you work for us, you live; if not, you die in a ditch. It's the safe camp if you enjoy doing other people's mining and pretending you are free. New Camp, the anarchist startup, led by Lee, an ex-general who was betrayed by the king. He and his mercenaries said, "Screw Gomez," built a dam, and started mining their own ore. Their plan? Gather enough ore to create an explosion so massive it destroys the barrier. Because if violence is not the answer, you might need to apply even more violence.
I've been fully consumed by hatred.
Swamp Camp, the Skooma Church. A bunch of guys who got lost found some glowing mushrooms and decided to start worshipping a random entity called the Sleeper. They smoke swamp weed all day and call it a religion. Their leader, Yearn, claims the Sleeper will guide them to salvation. You, the nameless hero, gets dropped into this disaster with one job: deliver a letter to the fire mages. You get 5 seconds of dialogue before being punched unconscious. Welcome to your new life.
That's enough. Leave him alone.
The first person you meet is Diego, a smooth-talking rogue who saves you and says, "Go make some friends. Try not to die." Which mostly involves not talking to anyone holding your sword. Like, seriously, do not fucking do that. It's very impolite. Also, stay away from anything that is not a rat or a chicken. What follows is an hour of getting bullied by everyone in the valley. NPCs will insult you, scam you, and occasionally beat you just to make a point. But beneath that brutality is something special. A living world. Almost every NPC has a name, a schedule, and a reason to hate you. You can join any camp, but each one makes you earn it. Want to join the Old Camp? Prove yourself to Gomez's thugs. Want to join the Swamp Camp? Run drugs for the gurus.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us.
Want to join the New Camp? Do hard labor until your bones turn to dust. By the time you get a proper weapon, you have probably died 50 times and learned 50 lessons. Once you finally earn enough reputation through prison community service, you join up with your chosen camp and deliver the letter to the fire mages. I chose the swamp camp because of reasons.
Smoking that Whoopi Goldberg South Egyptian Fur Burger Deluxe Mega Million Scratcher Skunk Bubba Kush. We smoking Dung Beetle. We smoking Sequoia Banshee Boogers. We smoking shit in a glass pipe blowing the Lord's bubbles. I'm sick in the head.
The letter says that the Brotherhood might be up to something politically incorrect. Naturally, no one gives a single fuck and acts like nothing happened. So you go back to doing everyone else's dirty work, because in Gothic you are not the chosen one yet.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
You are just an errand boy. Things start going downhill fast. The mines are overrun by mine crawlers, giant cockroaches. The swamp camp decides this is divine intervention. Spoiler, it is a bad one. After gathering some of the minecrawler parts, you return to Yearn, who is about to perform the great summoning ritual. Half the colony shows up. They chant, they pray, and they smoke a suspicious amount of swamp weed. Then, halfway through, Yearn gets a psychic episode so powerful it kills him.
Say anything?
His last words: "The sleeper must not be awakened." Of course, Korkalam, the second man of the camp, thinks it's fine and leaves with a bunch of Templars to continue. You seek the help of the water mages. They ask you to recover 5 focus stones so they can blow up the barrier. You gather your friends, Diego, your mentor, Milton the mage, Gorn, a barbarian with the self-preservation skills of a brick, and Lester, who's been high since day one. You travel across swamps, ruins, orc villages, and every cursed cave in the valley, slowly piecing together the focus stones. After completion, you are directed towards the fire mages once again for additional help. At this point everything collapses. The old camp goes full ape mode. Comas kills the fire mages and declares martial law. The new camp's ore bomb plan halts. The swamp camp, well, they are fine.
You think I care about this shit? Ask me if I care about this shit.
So, with all hope gone, the water mages once again put their faith in you. You seek the help of the necromancer, Sardas. He directs you to a friendly orc.
Believe Krushak, bad demon.
What does Krushak mean?
Humans call sleep.
You mean sleeper?
Yes, humans say sleeper.
The barrier wasn't just magic. It was powered by something alive. An ancient demon imprisoned by orc shamans long ago. That demon? The Sleeper. The cult you have been helping? They have been summoning Satan this whole time. Your next task is to craft the Ulumulu.
Ulumulu? What's an Ulumulu?
Design of bloodshed.
It is a sacred artifact made from bones and magic that makes orcs ignore you because apparently fashion fuels diplomacy. You descend into the Temple of the Sleeper, a massive dungeon filled with undead, traps, some puzzles, and the kind of platforming that should be illegal. You acquire a strange weapon that will be needed to kill the last priest as he is immortal. To unlock the powers of the sword, we need ore, lots of it. So we set up a money laundering scheme through a locally owned butchery, because that's not fucking illegal. We fail miserably and steal 10 million ore from the new camp. They are not happy, but we are Super Saiyan now.
I'm not loyal to anybody. I'm a demon.
At the end lies the truth. The Sleeper, Cockroach Pro Max Edition. He's basically a point defense drone. You kill Korkalom and his followers and stab the 5 demon batteries with ancient artifacts until the sleeper explodes. The temple collapses, the sleeper and the barrier are banished. You are buried alive.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Mechanically, Gothic is a beautiful disaster.
What the dog doing?
Combat uses directional input. You swing left, right, overhead, and every mistake gets you killed. You will spend hours learning timing, spacing, and how not to aggro the entire map at once. But when you finally master it, it's glorious. Also, you may just ignore the melee combat entirely and become a machine gun, or the creator of nuclear Armageddons. The game does not have scaling. You have to level up and get better equipment to fight harder enemies. Or, use elevation. When you level up, you get skill points that you can spend at trainers. But remember, fuck archers, all my homies hate archers. NPCs have daily schedules, they sleep, eat, gossip, and they will even beat you senseless for stealing. The world may be small, but it's dense. Every cave has loot, every ruin hides a story. There is no fast travel, just walking and saving every 10 steps, and yet it feels alive. You unlock teleport rooms later in the game. Also, you can just inject questionable substances that help you run faster. Gothic 1 is a relic. It's clunky, unpolished, borderline hostile to new players. But it rewards patience like few games ever have. It doesn't hold your hand, it breaks it, throws you into a pit, and forces you to climb your way out armed with nothing but spite. And when you finally stand at the end, you realize you have done more than just finish the game. You survived it.